The Florida housing market is collapsing. And while I hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving and had lots to be thankful for, the truth is Cyber Monday and Black Friday were a disaster. And I read your comments, and I know that most folks think that the Florida housing market is bulletproof. It won't go down. But the inconvenient truth is that the housing market and major retailers like Walmart, Target, and many others are currently experiencing a very notable trend: falling prices. And this particular predictable phenomenon is going to be extremely evident in 2024. And we've already had major CEOs like Ray Dalio and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, just to name a few, who are sounding the alarm bells about the American spending habits, which clearly indicate serious trouble is ahead. In fact, companies like Home Depot and Walmart have already reported declining earnings and consumer spending, pointing to a broader economic issue. And the truth is, the Florida housing market is starting to decline in value fast, and millions will go broke. And please stick around until the end, because I will go from A to Z in my housing market, proving with data the declines that are happening right now today. And I've seen lots of content creators pointing to old data to demonstrate what might happen in the future. But anything that is old is lagging. And I suspect you want real-time data to know what's actually happening right now in order to make the best decisions for yourself, for your family, and for your financial bottom line. So please stick around until the end so you'll know exactly what's happening right now in today's market. But it all starts with homeowners, and all homeowners are consumers. And consumers right now are stretched thin economically. And these are people just like you and me who are stretched beyond capacity. And they are increasingly unable to sustain their previous spending levels, which is just a fancy way of saying that keeping up with the Joneses is no longer sustainable in 2024. And the decline in spending power is contributing to falling prices across various economic sectors, especially housing and retail. And this dynamic is getting exponentially worse due to high interest rates and the lingering financial habits from the 2008 housing crisis, where people extensively used their home as a piggy bank, borrowing against them to the maximum capacity. And this alarming trend continues to skyrocket as more and more people use their home as a piggy bank, borrowing against their home's equity due to increasing economic pressure that they feel right now. And the real estate market is feeling the strain, especially in Florida. Housing inventory is on the uptick, but there are far fewer sales, which is a very clear indicator that buyer behavior is changing fast. And record low mortgage applications suggest a broader recognition of severe economic challenges. And the cost of living, which has skyrocketed, especially in Florida, where the cost of home insurance has skyrocketed and tax rates have gone through the roof. These additional burdens continue to put pressure on homeowners and investors. And unlike a lump of coal, which turns into a diamond, after enough pressure and time, the pressure that consumers are feeling is unlikely to turn into a diamond, but more likely to go up in flames like a lump of coal. And the broader economic implications are significant. As prices fall, so do revenues for companies, which typically leads to job cuts and reduced wages, which creates a vicious cycle where reduced income leads to reduced spending, further driving the economy downward. And if that situation isn't bad enough, it's actually much worse, because people are increasingly relying on high interest credit cards to maintain their lifestyle, to put food on the table. And that is unsustainable. And yet retailers are making it easier for the consumer to kick the can down the road. And you can now pay later. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a cheeseburger today. And a Big Mac in Connecticut costs $21. I don't want that cheeseburger. But I do want to know what's happening right now. And right now, the economic outlook for 2024 is no bueno, with falling prices in both the housing market and retail sectors being a symptom of much deeper financial issues facing the American economy, which calls for caution and awareness, especially for those in the real estate market, and maybe even more so for those relying heavily on credit. But right now, as of today, in today's housing market, 31 cities have massive price drops. And I don't share this to scare you. I share this to prepare you. And I pray that you don't bury your head in the sand and pretend that everything's fine, because it's not. The housing market is collapsing in real time. But don't take my word for it. Let's look at the data to demonstrate what's happening right now. Single-family home sales in Aventura, Florida are down 18.3%. Belle, Glade, Florida, down 25.4%. Biscayne Park, Florida, single-family homes for October, average sold price was down 41%. But the average sold price in November is down 100%. Zero sales. What do you think is going to happen to the price of a home in a market where there are no buyers? Do you think it's going to go up, or is it more likely to go down? The one thing I know for certain is I will continue to monitor and let you know. But I do know when there are no buyers, there is no market, and prices go down. Which takes me to Boca Raton, Florida. Boca Raton single-family home sales in November are down 17.3%. And the average sold price for a single-family home in Boynton Beach so far in November are down 2.6%. And the average sold price for a single-family home in Coconut Creek is down 5%. At least so far in November, and to be clear, all of this data was gathered as of yesterday. So it's as close to real time as there is available. Which takes me to Cooper City, Florida. The average sold price in Cooper City, Florida is down 27.8%. Delray Beach average sold price for a single family home in November is down 9.5%. The average sold price for a single family home in Fort Lauderdale, Florida is down 34.5%. Average sold price for a single family home in Wilton Manors, Florida is down 3.3%. Average sold price in Weston, Florida is down 31.2%. Average sold price in Wellington, Florida is down 0.1%. Whew! If you're going to get a haircut, in terms of sold price, I certainly would prefer 0.1% than the staggering 34.5% that Fort Lauderdale just got. But wait, it gets better. I mean worse. The average sold price in Tequesta for a single family home thus far in November is down 50.9%. The average sold price in Tamarack, Florida for a single family home in November is down 9.3%. Royal Palm Beach, Florida, average sold price in November is down 8.4%. Pompano Beach, Florida, single family home sales in November, average sold price is down 23.8%. Parkland, Florida, single family home sales, the average sold price is down 9.1%. Riviera Beach, Florida, down 24.3%. North Palm Beach, Florida, average sold price for single family homes down 17.7%. The average sold price in North Miami Beach for a single family home is down 36.7%. But North Miami, which again is not North Miami Beach, the average sold price for a single family home in November was down 54.6%. Miami Shores down 8.8%. Miami Lakes down 10%. Miami Beach down 31.5%. Loxahatchee single family homes average sold price down 20%. Lauderdale Lake single family homes average sold price down 2.8%. Average sold price in Lake Worth, Florida down 3.8%. Key Biscayne is a doozy, and to be clear, the price points in each of these cities is very different, and the markets that exist within each of these cities is very different. They will all trade very differently based on supply and demand. but the average sold price in Key Biscayne is down 56.4%. Homestead, Florida, average sold price is down 6.6%. And Hobe Sound, single family homes, took it on the chin. Average sold price is down 55.1%. The Florida housing market is collapsing and millions will go broke. And if I can help you with anything, please reach out because who you hire matters.